Hey, welcome back to DubyaCast. Today, I thought we could explore a little bit more about the Big W. Ever since I first watched Mad World, the 4 palm trees that only appear in full 4 times in the movie have represented a certain mystery and allure to me. I wanted to find out everything I could about them. Even though a stump and 3 little bald patches of ground where the roots were are the last traces of the Big W left today, it still lives on in our hearts, and in some cases, our eyes. I've lately come to the realization that I've actually seen the Big Slash, as I call the Big W as it was from about 1989 onward. I found that the Big Slash fell sometime between September 2006 and September 2008, when I was about 10. For 14 years my family has driven past the estate, and even before I knew its history, the backyard of Portuguese Point interested me. One day I probably glanced over there and saw a leaning, defeated-looking, scrawny palm tree. In all likelihood, I wondered why they didn't rip it out. By the time I knew about the film, the Big W was no more. My subsequent interest led to pages and pages of paperwork, conflicting opinions and photos, long hours of comparing palm trees, and hiking behind the actual location, finally culminating with a visit to Portuguese Point. Even though this is the dream of many Mad World fans, it wasn't enough for me. I wanted to be the world authority on the Big W! For instance, here's something I found. The Big W was made out of queen palms, some of the most commonly seen palm trees in California. The ones in the movie were especially well-trimmed specimens, the center ones being around 30 feet tall, the outer ones being around 25. How do I know this? Well, examine this highly scientific diagram. If we assume that the old bag is about 5 feet 5 inches tall, when she walks behind the Big W, the height of the palms works out as approximately 30 and 25 feet. Back to the point of today's episode. Today I'll be visiting the Rancho Palos Verdes, California City Hall to see if they have building records and filming permits for the Portuguese Point estate. One of the things I hope to find out today is a mystery of finance. The current owner said that the house was bought around 1984, saving it from demolition as a result of foreclosure. Property website Zillow indicates that the house has changed hands since then, going for $750,000 on April Fool's Day 1992. Even though this story seems true enough, there are still a few inconsistencies. Let's go find out the truth. So, we are on the way. We will be passing only one Mad World location on this 10-minute drive to the Rancho Palos Verdes City Hall. And since I'm homeschooled, this is going to count as my freshman civics project. So I'm going to make a video for that and research some historical places in Rancho Palos Verdes. And the one that I picked for that is, you guessed it, the Big W. We are about to arrive at the Big W, and we're not going to stop there because we're awesome, but that's what we're researching today. Ow. There's this big bump that takes us out of the Portuguese Bend landslide area of Rancho Palos Verdes, and we are about to pass the actual gatehouse where the Big W was filmed. And there it went. Rounding this bend, we're going to see the RPV City Hall. There it is. Up there in all its glory. Yay! Here we are.
To be continued. Next week on DubyaCast, all your questions are answered as I take you back into the lives of the previous owners of Portuguese Point. Yeah!